Hello, everybody. This is Alan Crone and CEO of the Crone Law Firm, and I want to welcome everybody to this COVID bulletin. It's particularly important because it's a COVID tax bulletin, and I'm joined today by Wis Laughlin, an attorney in our firm who's of counsel with the firm, and he is our tax and estate planning guru, and he's agreed to join me today to talk about some tax-related issues as it relates to the various federal programs coming out of the COVID pandemic and quarantine. Wes, I appreciate you coming on.
Glad to be here.
Very good. Well, let's get right to it. One thing that I've gotten a lot of questions about lately, Wes, that I think very timely, and that is a lot of people have gotten these PPP loans, and how is the IRS treating the expenses that you pay with PPP loan proceeds that might otherwise be deductible?
At this time, the IRS has taken the position that if you use PPP proceeds to acquire or to pay for deductions, normally deductions, and you deduct the deductions, that you would be getting double benefit, because you're not taxed on the proceeds, and then the proceeds are reducing your taxes. So the IRS has says that you cannot get that double benefit. Now it may be just a matter of time before Congress responds to that. At the same time, the IRS they are political, and they may decide to change the rules on us. But as far as I know, they haven't changed it so far. There's a lot of discussion.
Well, how would that work exactly because the act that established the PPP program specifically said that the forgiveness was not deductible, right?
That is true. That is true.
So or is not taxable. So if you spent that money on a otherwise deductible experience, which is not now deductible, wouldn't that in a roundabout way make the forgiveness taxable?
Well, I think the IRS's point of view is that you received a tax benefit by you. Normally, if you have any sort of economic benefit, from a third party, it's going to be taxable. So by allowing you to forgive, and normally commercial loans, anything, if a bank forgives your loan, you're going to get a paper from them showing cancellation of indebtedness income. So there's your first tax benefit. And the IRS's reasoning is that if you then are able to deduct it, you get two tax benefits out of it. But frankly, mechanically speaking, I can't see any possible way that the IRS could enforce this rule, because it's going to be impossible to trace the use of the fund.
Right. Well, I guess we just got to keep our eye on that, don't we?
Yeah, I truly believe that Congress is going to override that. It would make sense.
Now, of course, that would all appear on a person's 2020 tax. Right. Taxes, not on their 2019 taxes, which are due next month.
Absolutely.
The second question is, are there tax advantages related to payroll taxes like deferral under the CARES Act?
Well, I think that it may be a tax disadvantage, if anything, because if you are deferring these taxes, you are not paying these taxes, and if you are not paying these taxes, arguably you don't have a deduction for these taxes. So I don't see a tax benefit from it. I see just the opposite.
What do you think people should do with their? Is there any strategy they can use on their payroll taxes under the CARES Act, or is it best just to treat them as you would normally treat them?
Well, I think there's probably going to be some argument about this, but again, because most taxpayers are cash basis taxpayers. When you pay, you deduct. So if they don't pay them, I think they lose a deduction. Now, there is nothing to stop you from paying the payroll taxes. And so, but you have to consider the fact that many of these businesses are not making as much income as they have in the past. They may be in lower tax brackets. So, I mean, I would be tempted to say, you know, don't deduct it this year, deduct it next year when hopefully you'll be in a higher tax bracket.
Why? So the last question is that why is it important these days to have a professional help you prepare your 2019 taxes?
Well, I think probably one of the most important things is that a professional is going to be on top of the rules. The rules are constantly changing, and professional. I mean, like for example, I subscribe to a daily tax report, and so I can see each day as the changes take place. And if people are engaging in planning, and in some cases they're spending money, they're getting into contracts, and if they do these things depending on old information, it's going to be a problem. So I think you want somebody that's very much up to date. And then also many of the statutes that I've been reading are frankly difficult. They're difficult reading. You know, I mean, I spent, 5 years with difficult reading working for the IRS and interpreting these things. And a lot of people are just not going to be able to read the legalese and interpret it properly.
I understand. Well, as it sits right now, everybody's taxes are due next month on the 15th, July 15th. Is that right?
That's right. That's right. And I'm encouraging people to go ahead and get the returns prepared, because in many cases, the client doesn't realize that he has a potential tax benefit. He doesn't have the records to prove the tax benefit. If he just get his return done right away, it gives him just a little bit of time to get the records together and do the planning.
All right, that's good advice. Wis, I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody listening. If you have any tax-related questions or needs, please contact us here at the Crone Law Firm, and we can help get you the resources and the support you need. So this is, again, Alan Crone. This is our weekly tax bulletin, and we're going to bring you tax bulletins every week at this time from now until filing deadline on July 15th. Thank you all very much. Thanks Wes, for your time.